Hey guys, this is my review for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Uh, Before we start, I just want to let you know this is going to be my first review, so let me know what you like and don't like about it. And just let me know if you want more. So, first up, this is a great game. I really enjoyed it. It definitely feels still very much in line with the Soulsborne games. However, it definitely has its own unique take. First of all, there's the traversal aspect of it. You can actually jump this time instead of just roll and dodge and whatnot. You also have the grappling hook, which is super fun. You can use it to get out of fights, and there are some enemies and bosses that actually let you grapple onto them and either pull yourself towards them or maybe knock them over or something. I don't know exactly. I don't know the full range of it, but you can at least pull yourself to a few opponents, and it can really help you get in some of those extra hits. Anyways, besides that, there's not any customizability options in this game, if that's even a word. So you're stuck with your main sword, which is, still great, and it acts as an offensive and a defensive weapon. Other than that, you do have your prosthetic tool, and you can make some changes for that. Like you can have a flame vent, so something to burn some of your enemies for a minute, or you can you can throw ninja shurikens at them, and then if you get a certain skill, you can follow up with a slash. It's really nice for closing some of those distances. It's kind of like a distraction, then a gap closer. So on and so forth. You've seen a lot of them in gameplay footage, I'm sure. But besides those obvious things, the setting is different. It's more like a feudal Japan thing, but I don't even know if it's actually in Japan. If it's not, it's very similar. And it's really cool. You'll notice a lot of themes carry over from the Soulsborne games too. Some of the bosses, one in particular, to me felt very reminiscent of a specific Dark Souls 3 boss who will remain nameless. So it looks great and it sounds great too. Just the soundtrack by itself, the music is wonderful. It's seamless, top notch, great quality. And not only that, but the way it works with the sound effects as well is just incredible. Every sound effect in this game, I don't think I've heard a bad one. I don't think I've heard any sound effects that just fell flat to me. The swords, them clashing, it feels heavy and just feels right. And it feels heavy when you hit blades. It sounds appropriately, I guess for lack of a better word, dull when you mistime a counter when you're just blocking instead of countering by hitting back there. But it's great and it's all wonderful, and especially that big stab sound when you get an opponent just right, when you finish them off, or when you get them with a sneak attack or something. They call them death blows. It's fantastic, and it just feels and sounds and looks wonderful. The whole package is all there. But if we get to some of the more important parts here, the boss fights, I've heard there aren't a lot of them. I haven't gotten all the way through the game yet. I got through the first 3 main bosses, and they're already fantastic. The first one was surprisingly simple for me. I enjoyed it, and I really was super proud of myself for getting through it in the first try. And then the second one, I was like, oh, okay, bosses are going to be kind of a breeze. The second one kind of beat the crap out of me for a bit, and the third one definitely did. Took me over an hour, I'm sure, just to beat that one. But I finally got it off stream, but got it. And it's really fun. And just, each time you lose, you realize something that you did wrong, and then you're just so excited to go back in and try it again. Be like, you know what? I know what I did. I need to try it differently this time so I can win. And eventually it happens. And that feeling when you know you get it and you've refined your technique and you finally win, it's fantastic. It feels just amazing. And that's basically the game. That's Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro. they're all very similar, and this one it reminded me a lot of Bloodborne in the terms that it was its own unique thing after Dark Souls, even though it's still very much like Dark Souls. It has its own combat and its own different things, its own setting that's very unique, and it's just, it carries over very well into Sekiro as well. You can tell they put a lot of love and care into the products that they make. I said you can jump, you can run, obviously, and one thing I do like about the running is that you can do it pretty easily in combat. So you don't just have to you don't get like a big roll or a big dodge to the side. Instead, you can just start it and you can run for a good bit, and it's a pretty big game changer, at least for me it was. And when I remembered to jump during battle, it really helped as well. But besides that, you can swim. There are certain areas where you need to swim through. You can kill fish that are going to try to kill you. And there's just a lot of different amazing locations as well. It's very dynamic and just all over the place. There was a lot of stuff I was not expecting in the game, just to say the least. The story is also very differently handled here. It's not the small little chunks that you get in Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Here, it's much more laid out and told to you instead of you having to look for it. Not to say that there's not stuff to look for to add to the story, but they do a good job of leading you through everything, which I felt was appropriate and really good. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So overall, I just really enjoyed the game, and I thought it was fantastic, and I can't wait to get into more of it and just finally beat it, and then see how quickly I can beat it after this. I'm no speedrunner, but I may try to be doing this a few times, especially because if you die so many times, you'll eventually get penalized with this thing called Dragon Rot. Other characters in the game world will eventually get sick, and I don't know exactly quite yet how that affects everything in the end game, but I've heard that it does, and I'm kind of excited to experience all the different endings for it, because you know how FromSoft is, they tend to like their alternate endings based on decisions, and I think that's really great, and I think it's one of the more exciting things about their games. So yeah, that's basically it. Anything else you want to know, just hit me up, comment below. Feel free to visit my Twitch page, tell me what you like, tell me what you want to see, and well, we'll see how everything goes. I don't know if there's going to be any DLC. On one hand, I kind of want there to be. It's something I'm kind of used to now, and FromSoft delivers amazing quality DLC. I can't remember if they've actually made a statement on it yet, but looking forward to see where it goes, and it's just, again, in my opinion, it's fantastic, but, you can see what you like, see, there's stuff there that you like, stuff that you don't think you will like. I'd still suggest giving it a try if you enjoyed the other games by FromSoft. And it's great. It's very intuitive, way more so than I expected. I actually even managed to play it on a mouse and keyboard for a good chunk and didn't have any problems. I liked it a little better on the Xbox One controller, but mouse and keyboard actually was pretty simple. The only thing that threw me was the dodge button being in an awkward position for me, but it's all good. So yeah, again, thanks. This was my first video review, so let me know in the comments what you think. Also, help me out by following me on Twitch, subscribing to my YouTube page, and and liking this video, because it all helps, and it tells me what you guys like and don't like. So, of course, if you don't like it, leave me a thumbs down. Everything's helpful. Alright, thanks guys. I'll see you next time.